Kaia wakes to silence. Not peace, pressure, the kind of silence that means the wind outside has stopped screaming, which means it's about to scream louder. She doesn't reach for a blanket. She reaches for the wall. Her palm finds mammoth hide first, stretched tight, still warm from her own breath overnight. Beneath it, moss packed thick as a fist. Beneath that, curved white bone. A tusk, older than her grandmother, holding up the roof over her head. Outside, it's 40 below. Inside, she's sleeping in a t-shirt's worth of warmth, in a house built entirely from a dead animal skeleton. This isn't a cave. It's 20,000 years ago on the Ukrainian steppe, and Kaia's family didn't find shelter. They engineered it. Her father built this house the way you'd build anything meant to survive a war, with a plan. Mammoth skulls, each heavier than two grown men, sunk into the earth as a foundation. Tusks arched overhead like ribs. Smaller bones wedged into every gap, load-bearing, deliberate. Then the skin of the animal itself, stitched and stretched over the frame, thick enough to stop wind, angled just right to shed snow instead of holding it. It took her whole family and half the neighboring one 3 weeks to raise it, back in autumn, back when the ground was still soft enough to dig and the sun still lingered past supper. If they'd waited for the cold to force their hand, they'd already be dead. Now Kaia crosses to the hearth at the center of the room, the heart of the house, kept low and steady all night by dried mammoth dung, chosen because it burns slow and clean when wood runs out on a treeless plain. Smaller fires ring the edges, one for her mother's tools, one where the old people sleep because the cold hits them first. Near the base of the wall, small gaps let in threads of fresh air. Near the roof, larger ones breathe the moisture back out. Because a sealed house doesn't stay warm, it drowns, ice creeping in from the inside until the whole structure fails. Her father is already awake, running a hand along a seam in the hide where yesterday's storm tore it loose. He'll fix it before nightfall. He always does. A house like this isn't something you build once. It's something you keep alive, the way you'd keep a fire alive, or a person. Tonight, like most nights, the family won't sleep straight through. They'll wake in the deep dark, restless, and instead of fighting it, they'll talk. Stories mostly, the ones that explain why the world is cold and why it isn't, always, everywhere. Kaia doesn't know it, but the picture she's carving into a bone by firelight tonight will outlast her by 20,000 years. Someone will find it in the ground long after the mammoths and the steppe and the cold itself are gone, and they'll wonder how anyone survived a world like this at all. They won't realize her family didn't just survive it. They built it into something warm,